Stocks are weak again this morning, but not by much. As I speak to you right now, we've got the NASDAQ down about 1/4%, the Russell down about 0.2%, the S&P down a little bit more than 0.1%, the Dow still above the flat line, but only by 5 basis points. Looking at some of the data from last night, Aussie employment data slightly weaker than expected. EU GDP came in as expected and unchanged from the previous quarter, with their industrial production coming in at down 0.2%. Down 2 full percentage points, which was weaker than expected and much weaker than last month's reading of plus 1.5%. Initial jobless claims in the U.S. better than expected, with only 217,000 weekly claims, and PPI as expected plus 0.2%. But that figure is higher than last month's reading of plus 0.1%. Yields, let's call them unchanged. The 2 years up 2, the 30 years down 1, and the belly of the curve basically up 1. Not much of a change there. The dollar has hit a 12-month high in the aggregate, but is coming off from those highs right now. The dollar's still stronger as I speak to you against the euro, the yen, the pound, the Canadian dollar, the Swiss franc, you name it. The dollar strength has gone on unabated except for one session this week, but we are coming off from the highs as I speak to you right now. That strong dollar again hitting commodities as a general statement. Gold, silver, crude, copper, all weak, although copper and crude are slightly above the flat line as I speak to you right now. We got a speech today by U.S. Fed Chair Jerome Powell. He's speaking on the U.S. economic outlook in Dallas, Texas later today. Also later in the day, we get New York Fed President John Williams, German Bundesbank member Sabine Mauderer, ECB board member Isabel Schnabel, ECB President Christine Lagarde, and Bank of England President Andrew Bailey. Looking ahead, earnings day after the close, only 11 companies with over $1 billion in market cap reporting. The big one being semiconductor equipment and materials stock, Applied Materials. Tomorrow before the open, only about 6 companies reporting with over $1 billion in market cap, including Alibaba and Spectrum Brands. Tonight, Japanese preliminary third quarter GDP figures, September industrial production figures, and Chinese industrial production figures for October. Tomorrow, we get UK GDP, UK industrial production, US retail sales, which will matter, industrial production in the US, and the New York Empire State Manufacturing Index. We also get another speech tomorrow from New York Fed President John Williams.